Well, good morning. How's everybody doing? Check this out. I now have kits, starter kits, that's going to Walmart.com. Now, the first thing you need to do is buy this at Walmart.com. If you already haven't, scan that QR code. On that QR code is going to get your local distributors and how-to videos and all of our web pages and Instagram and all that fun jazz. Follow us, and we walk through all of our projects. So in each kit comes our most popular Ol Blue pigments. Comes with a mixing cup and a stir stick, some gloves, and then two 32-ounce things of epoxy. You got your resin and you got your hardener, so it'll be a total of 64 ounces. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to bring my family in here, and I'm going to show you how easy it is, and we're going to do a tray and some fidget spinners. My daughter loves fidget spinners. And we're going to do all that out of just one of those little starter kits. So let me go grab them. So here's my lovely girls, my wife and my daughter Ren. And the first things first is we're going to put on some masks to keep you all safe. Now what my wife is doing is she's grabbed two boards. You can get these kits at OlLogginSawmill.com, and they are charcuterie kits, and they're made for epoxy trays. And in these kits come 8 different boards. You could do 4 to 8 trays with these things. And what she's doing is she grabbed 2 pieces and she's taking off all the bark. She's cleaning everything up to where it's nice and smooth, because the epoxy can't stick to the bark. You want to shave all that off and put anything that doesn't have any, clean everything that won't fall into the epoxy. So she's going to sand these all nice and smooth. Just 100 grit. Sand to 100 grit is all you need to do, and then we'll put them in there after she sands it all. She did a great job. So now everything is all nice and clean here, and it's only just to 100 grit. All the bark is taken off, and there's going to be no flakes in this epoxy. Now these molds, these are molds. You can get these at OlLogginSawmill.com. You will see all those on the website after you scan that QR code. And now that we have these blocks in here, these blocks are set this into place. These are guides that you put your wood in, and these will hold everything down. They have little grooves right in here, and these molds have little leveling feet, so you could do this anywhere inside your home or inside a shop, like so. And now we're going to use our Ol Loggin Blue, and we're going to do the pour. And what she's going to do is she's going to mix both of these in a bucket, and we're gonna stir it for 5 minutes. So she'll stir for 5 minutes. So she is mixing. This is a 1-to-1. So far we got this in here. She's gonna pour that. Go ahead and pour that in there. She's gonna pour that in there, and once this pours that in there, we're gonna stir for 5 minutes. And then after that 5 minutes, that resin will be all mixed up, and then she is gonna pour it in this. There's Ren. But before she pours it, before we put pigment in there, we're going to stir it up. And before we put pigment in there, we're going to take these little Dixie cups, and we're going to separate a little bit of epoxy in each cup, because Ren over here is going to do fidget spinners. And then she's going to take it, we're going to do a little bit in each cup, and she'll put a different color in each cup. And then she's going to pour for her fidget spinners right here. And these fidget spinners you could find at Walmart.com as well. There's little molds. You can put epoxy molds in there, and you'll come up with hundreds of different molds in there. And so as Lupe is stirring that for 5 minutes, we're going to pick out our colors. You ready to pick out your colors? Now Ren is going to come in here, and she's going to pick out our colors. Now you can go on OlLogginEpoxy.com or find your local distributor, and you can find all these colors. We have over 108 different options of different types of blues, purples, blacks. We have glow-in-the-darks. So she's going to pick out some of those. We got some iridescent pigments, and we have chameleon colors. These chameleon colors have 3 different colors in one, so it'll be like purple, blue, green, or red, purple, blue, gold, green, yellow, all different types. And again, you can see this stuff at OlLogginEpoxy.com. Now here's a tip. When you're doing this 1-to-1, because our 1-to-1 is so thick, you want to stir it by hand. Now, when you start doing bigger projects, like big tables and stuff over there, you're gonna need bigger quantities. We have 3-gallon kits of our casting made for big tables. We have our art resin is what you're seeing right here that you're using. And then we have tabletop, which is flood coats. And you can go on our page and you can see what we do on Instagram, and we follow on Instagram. We walk through all of our projects. So you want to follow us on Instagram so you get tips and tricks daily of the different types of projects we do. So now Lupe has mixed that for 5 minutes, and we poured a little bit in each one right here. And so now Ren picked out some glow-in-the-dark pigments that we have at ollogginepoxy.com, and we're going to put each color pigment in these cups, and then we're going to take those different color pigments and light up our fidget spinners. Now you don't need very much. This is just a little bit, goes a long way. And we'll put some in there, and we'll put some in there, and then we'll just do a little dab in each little cup. Just a couple little flickers, and then when you stir it, you'll be able to see how dark it is. Go ahead, Randy, you can start stirring that. And that is it. It's already been mixed, so she's just stirring it enough to mix the pigment, make sure it all gets melted in there, and then she'll move on to the next one and the next one and the next one until we're done, and then we'll fill these up. All right, now Lupe is going to pour that whole thing in there. You really don't need the whole thing. That's a lot in there, but we're going to make it really vibrant. They give us a lot of pigment in those sample packs, and we already got plenty of it, so I'm just telling her to put the whole thing in there. We'll make it blue. And then she'll just stir it up enough for it to mix all in there well. And once it's all mixed in there nice and dark, we'll do the pour. So now Ren's got all her colors mixed up that she picked a lot of glow in the dark. She did some glow in the dark. She did some darker green as well. And then now what she's doing is pouring a little bit in their molds and making different colors in each of her pigments, or each of her fidget spinners. That looked cool.
That was so hard.
Was it hard to concentrate on that? Now let's see. Lupe over here mixed up this blue. Look how beautiful that blue looks. This is our most popular blue right here. And then what she's going to do is she's just going to pour it all into that. She's going to pour the whole thing into that deal right there. All right, babe, have at it. Now she'll just pour the whole thing in there. Well, that blue's going to look amazing throughout all that. Now these are made, the art is made for small pours, smaller stuff like that. That's what it was originally made for, to fill holes, fill gaps, stuff like that. So when we do it like this, it cures in 24 hours and it cures really quickly. So what we need to do when you do something like that, you put a big old fan on it. Now the fan dissipates all the heat. Epoxy generates its own heat. So the colder, the better. And with that fan blowing on that tray, it will dissipate all the heat from that and it will cool it down. So you want to cool your projects down. Like I said, the colder, the better. And if you have climate control, like heating and air and all that kind of good stuff, that's ideal to do. But these molds will allow you to do it in your home if you want to do it in your home and all that kind of good stuff. So again, with the 1-to-1 art, you want to make sure you put on a fan, and we'll turn that fan on and we'll let this cure overnight. Tomorrow we'll take a look at these, we'll demold them, and we'll start the sanding process and the finished process, and we'll show you guys that tomorrow. What's going on, everyone? Now it's the next day. We got Ren and Wyatt here is helping now. Here is the board, completely dry as can be. And what we'll do is we'll end up just sliding these out, taking these little blocks off, and we'll take this out of the mold, and we'll show you guys how we clean this up, sand it, and finish it. But first, let's go to those fidget spinner molds. So go ahead, kids, and take them out. And these fidget spinner molds, you can get these at walmart.com, and then it comes with a little bearing and 2 little clips right in there. So go ahead and put your bearing and the little clips in there. Okay. Take those out. What'd that look like? Ooh, that's cool.
That's right.
I like that blue one. What was that blue one? Ooh, I like that. Hold up.
Yeah, it looks like a flower.
Oh, that's cool. It's like 3D looking.
Yeah, that one's really nice.
I like that.
Wait, look at the inside of this one.
And these, what, glow in the dark?
Yeah, but look, there's like a white and an orange barrier.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Dad, and do I just clip this on top?
Yeah, just go that, clip that on top. You should be able to clip right in. And it's got to go in that little hole right there.
So we do here.
And you just clip it right in.
I have to see if it...
White's doing his. You got to push it down in there.
Wait, I do.
There you go. It's a little bit hard. Just got to press it down hard. There you go.
I don't know if these are going to be able to spin very well.
Yeah, that one spins. Look at
Not really.
that. What about that one?
Yeah, I knew it. It's because it's
spinning?
Oh, Dad, look at this one.
There you go. Put that one in.
It's working.
Let's see that. Oh, yeah. That's what's up. Look at that. That's cool. So you could do 1,000,000 of those things with one of those kits, with one of our kits.
Dad, I need it.
Let me put it out. The 64-ounce kit right there. And again, like I said, scan this QR code. That takes you to all our websites. It takes you to your local distributors and all that fun jazz. And this how-to video, if you're watching this right now, that means you probably already did it.
Yeah, look at this one.
Oh, wow, that one spins really good. Look at that. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to see this one now.
Ooh, look at this one. This one spins super good.
Oh, there you
I
go.
want to see what this one does.
I used to be good at it.
Nice.
I want to see what this one does.
All right. Now we'll get my wife and we'll finish her board and we'll show you guys how that's done. I forgot to mention, well, those are spinning pretty good now, ain't they?
Yeah.
There they are. Oh, that's what's up. I forgot to mention that these are glow-in-the-dark pigments. And you can find those at ollogginepoxy.com, all these little things, glow-in-the-dark, which is pretty cool. You can also mix these things with your boards to make them glow as well. Now the next application is planing, surfacing the board, making it flat. Now, a regular tabletop planer you can get at like Home Depot or Lowe's will work just fine. We just happen to have this big old flattening surfacing machine, and what we do is we offer services on this machine for people who do tabletops and flatten their slabs and stuff like that. But we also flatten our boards. And then we're gonna surface this flat on the bottom and on the top, and then we'll start the sanding process. Now what she's doing over there is she is starting from 100, 120, 150, 180, 220. And she does that on both sides of the board. And as she's working the board, she'll do the ends on the sides, and then she'll do a 45 with her sander, right around 180. She'll do a 45 all around the board to take down the edges so it's not real sharp like that. And then that's a process. Then after 220, she will oil it. She'll oil one side, wait a few hours, turn around, oil the next side, and she'll do that 2 times, 2 coats, and then she'll be finished. All right, now what she's doing is she's using our Osmo oil, and you can get this at ollogginsawmill.com. And she's just gonna apply a couple of drops, a few drops on there like so. And then she will take the 3M wool pad that you can get on walmart.com as well. And she's just gonna rub it in until it's completely dry. She just did a few drops, rub it in until it's completely dry. This oil is food safe. It has a good protectant on it, and she'll do 2 coats. She'll do one on the bottom and one on the top. And then she will be done with this board, and the board will be complete. So you see how she did a little bit of drizzle there? She did the same thing right here, and you see how she, look how that blue pops when she puts that oil on there. Look how cool that is. And she'll rub it in until it is dry and evenly done with a sheen. And these pigments, this pigment is in every one of our starter kits. And then if you want more color or more pigments, you can go to ollogginepoxy.com. Wow, that looks really, really good.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. And then by tomorrow, it will all be done. It will be ready for the next coat, and then it'll be dry, and then it'll be good to go. And then you'll have your board right there. So thank you for following along with all of that. With this thing, you have hundreds and hundreds of options of different types of molds, like you saw with our fidget spinners and stuff like that. And then you can also go on our websites for any type of other molds or stuff that you might like or you might see. And if you guys have any questions, the best to get a hold of me is on Instagram. You can DM me on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll help you out. So thank you guys for that process. Thank you for purchasing our starter kits, and thank you for watching this video.